Daitam Shrimati Katyani Dividasi Kripabdaye Patita Namando Radha Krishna Kamala Devi Jaya Jaya Namo Namo Oranga 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 Goranga 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 Vichananda Vichananda Chaitanya Chaitanya Gopala 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 Haribo Gopala 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 Haribo Goranga 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 Haribo Goranga 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 Haribo Om. Oops, excuse me, that's an alarm. Om Hari Om Om Hari Om. That's an alarm to remind me for lunchtime kirtan. Yay! Things look a little dark because I kind of move things around. And I'm not really sure why it's a little dark. Sorry. And I know Petita Pavana Dasi doesn't like shadows. I'll have to work on that. But yeah, I have a little bit of I moved over. I'm setting up a little bit. Moved over near my couch. So anyway, you'll be able to hear me just fine, I'm sure. Welcome to Lunchtime, Spirit, Soul, and Friends Lunchtime Kirtan with Madhavaya. That's who I am. That's me. I'm Madhavaya Dasi, and I'm here every Wednesday at 12:30 Pacific and every Friday 5 Pacific time. So thank you so much if you're watching the replay. And if you just happened upon this, oops, looks like the stream went out for a minute. Oh, now we're back. Hopefully this is going through okay. I had this issue on Friday where the screen would go black. So hopefully it's going to be okay. So yeah, so Friday nights at 5. Oh, so I was going to say, if you're just happened upon this, maybe on YouTube or what have you, this is meditation. And it's meditation and music combined. It's a really wonderful marriage of the two. And it's simply a call and response, kind of a meditation where you're using your voice. And you don't have to have a particularly wonderful voice. You just have to open your heart and let your heart's voice sing. It's a spiritual activity. It's an activity of the soul. It comes from the heart of the soul. So you're just answering back as I sing the mantra. And a mantra is simply a name of God. So you might be familiar with names of God from, say, the Old Testament or from the Quran. There are names of God in every scripture of the world. God speaks to and relates to all of his children all over the world. And so even though it's in a different part of the world and a different sounding name, it is purifying and completely 100% spiritually satisfying because it is God's name. We are going to be chanting, and if you heard me playing the drum before, these are names of God from the yoga scriptures, very ancient names of God. And we're just going to be doing that on your lunch break. So grab your food if you just want to listen, or if you've finished your lunch, you can chant along. I don't suggest you eat and chant because you might choke, and I'm not there to do the Heimlich on you, so I'd want to put that little disclaimer out. Anyway, you guys are awesome. And I think we're going to use a guitar this time. So you can use any musical instrument, or you can do this a cappella. We're going to do the Maha Mantra, and that's Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And that means, O Lord, O energy of the Lord, kindly engage me in your loving devotional service. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Your turn. Hare Krishna, Hare so nice and so easy. Kirtan is a joyous celebration. It is a moving meditation. And oftentimes when we do kirtan, people will just get up out of their chairs, or if we're sitting on the floor, they'll get off the floor and then just sway back and forth or dance slightly. It's just so nice. And that's proof that the soul is experiencing happiness. When you want to move your body, it's just wonderful. So feel free to do that. If you're at your desk at work, I guess you can stand up behind your chair. If you're not embarrassed, I wouldn't be embarrassed. So we're going to do what's called japa meditation. And it's a way to chant, a little bit more personal. It's a way to chant using japa mala. Malas are beads, and most of you probably will have a pair at home. You can also do it on rosary beads. And if you don't have either, you can do it on your fingers. So say a mantra on each finger. It's a good way to keep track. So, but we're going to use beads today, and we're going to start on a bead that's on either side of this head bead with the tassel. And you simply put your finger on the bead, however it's most comfortable for you, and we'll say the mantra Nityananda. Nityananda means a few things, many things, but two of my favorite are the giver of spiritual strength, and also the embodiment of eternal bliss. Those are beautiful descriptions of God, don't you think? So we're going to say Nityananda, and then we'll go to the next bead, Nityananda. And if your mind wanders, just simply bring it back to the sound, or you might want to say the sound a little bit louder to grab the attention of your mind. Okay, we'll go all the way around. Take a deep breath. Begin. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Beautiful. And sometimes people begin a meditation practice because they want to use it for relaxation purposes, to calm the mind, to relieve stress, which is wonderful. And it's a great tool to do that. They've done many, many studies at universities where if you're using and focusing on a sound, and in this particular instance, you're using a spiritual sound vibration. So it's actually double the whammy of benefit. But if you're focusing on a sound and repeating it, that it turns off the fight or flight in your brain. So it actually does help to relax. But then we add this mantra, and you can use any of the mantras that we've used today. If you'd like a mantra sheet with all the definitions on it, just message me and I'll mail you one. But you can use any name of God. And so as you're using this for relaxation, you're also getting a very deep and lasting spiritual benefit. It's benefiting you, the soul. So we want to take care of our mental health, but we also want to balance it by taking care of our spiritual health. So our physical, mental, and spiritual health. And this is a wonderful way, and it's actually recommended in this day and age. It's the kind of meditation that is recommended because it's the easiest way. You don't have to go to the Himalayas or go off someplace secluded and empty your mind out. Try to blank out your mind, which is completely impossible. You're focusing on a spiritual sound. And it actually, so I've been doing this for over 30 years. And I'll tell you that the more you do it, the more you, the soul, relish and covet the time that you're able to chant these mantras. The very deep peace and happiness that is experienced is none like you'd find in this world. Nothing can compare to it materially. No diameter or no big screen TV or the most delicious hot fudge sundae, as delicious as it is, or pizza, or whatever thing that you're kind of choosing to satisfy your senses with. Nothing compares to the spiritual satisfaction that these mantras or God's names gives to the soul. So I encourage everyone to just try it. And if you'd like some, just message me on Facebook and let me know if you'd like a pair, and I'll get some to you. But I really encourage everyone to just give it a try and do a little bit every day. And you can go online and listen to any of these replays or tune in every week. But I suggest listening to a little bit of kirtan as well. You can do it while you're puttering around like many of my friends do. They just turn it on and go about their business around the house. But it's truly a gift, and it's free. So why not, right? Why not try it? It's completely free. We're going to do the mantras Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Your turn. Haribo. Now we're going to do Lord Chaitanya's prayer, one of his prayers. We'll do it in English. One should chant the holy names of the Lord in a humble state of mind, feeling oneself to be lower than the sky and the stream. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and be ready to offer all respects to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy names of the Lord constantly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Your turn. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hi, Bo. If you're tuning in, Faye, that was for you. She loves that one. We're going to end with a little food for the soul from the Bhagavad Gita as it is. And I think I've done this one, but I think we're going to do it again. It's chapter 9, text 27, and the name of the chapter is The Most Confidential Knowledge, and it's spiritual knowledge. So the Supreme Lord, so God, is speaking to his beloved, dear, loving servant. And he's saying to him, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, as well as austerities that you may perform, should be done as an offering to me. And I had some very sweet souls. I was talking to them at the yoga studio here, Yoga Salt, and one of their questions brought up the fact that the culmination of spiritual life is to really uncover your dormant love for God. And this chanting, this process of hearing and chanting, whether it's kirtan or whether you're doing it on your beads, the more you do it, the more you uncover this unlimited, very deep love for God, a very sweet relationship with God. And every individual soul has one. And it's very unique and very specific to you, the soul. And it's nothing that we can try to figure out with our minds. It's something that's very much revealed from within. The more that we purify our consciousness and our heart via the spiritual disinfectant, you could say, of the holy name, or the spiritual medicine. Truly spiritual food is what it is. So the more you are developing your love for God, the more you're able to desire more to want to love and serve, and the inkling of how can I serve you? And this was the question. This woman asked, can I serve? Because we were talking about you can offer your plant-based food to God, and then that spiritualizes the food, and you can give it to your family, eat it yourself, and then you're making spiritual advancement in that way. That you can offer your exercise every day to the Lord. You can, before you exercise, you can just say, please, I want to keep my temple healthy. You gave it to me, and so I offer this exercise session to you, whether it's yoga or going to the gym. You can offer your work. If it's something that doesn't harm another living entity, you can't work in a slaughterhouse or a butcher, so to speak. But if you're working in a way that you're not harming another living entity, most of us have jobs in that way, you can offer your work in devotion to God. Then if you could see that pattern, most of your life, all of your life really, can be offered to the Lord in service. And the more we chant, the more we hear, the more that service becomes filled with abundant love. And it becomes all that we really want to do. So your whole life can be an offering to God, just like it says in the Bhagavad Gita. That's a little food for the soul. And it really starts with just a prayer that wanting to connect with the Supreme Lord and God, I just want to offer my life to you. How can I do that in the most loving way? How can I serve you? And that's the consciousness that this chanting brings about. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you on Friday. And I hope that it went through. I think a couple people came on, but anyway, thank you so much. And please chant and be peaceful, because peaceful individuals create a peaceful society. It truly does.